What is up, everybody? Welcome back, or welcome to Optimal Self Live. Thanks again, as always, for joining us here. And I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's get to it. So here, check it out. Here's what I want to talk about today. I want to bring up a little something, and I want to show you this. And I want you to read it on the screen if you can. If you're just listening to this, I want you to hear it a couple times. There's a way that we all work in this world with ourselves. And I'm talking about the internal self, right? The internal narrative. And the thing we always talk about here is building ourselves, as being the best version, right? Being the best version of you. But here's the caveat to this, is that we have two different competing ways of doing this. And so I want you to think about what might be happening to you, and I'll give you a little context around it. So first, I want you to think about adapting to match your goals. Do you and are you adapting yourself? Are you putting a goal out there and adapting yourself to match that goal, to go for that goal, to be that goal, right? Who do I need to become to achieve that? Or are you on the other way, is I'm adapting my goals to match me or to match my beliefs? And although they seem so subtle, one is far more powerful than the other. So think about this, adapting your goals to actually meet me. So I'm going to give you a little story. I just read pieces of it. And so in the Untethered Soul, there's a story about a lady who falls and gets a thorn stuck in her arm with a little bit sticking out. And the pain is excruciating. The pain is so deep and so much that she won't let anybody touch it, that she won't see a doctor, that she won't get it removed. She just don't touch it, don't touch it. So she doesn't move her arm. She doesn't do anything. But what she finds is now trying to sleep is very difficult, right? Because I'm afraid to go to sleep, because if I roll over and something hits it, oh my God, that pain is coming back. That pain is going to be there, right? You get it? And so she builds a contraption around her so that she can sleep, so that nothing will touch it. And yet she's very active. She loves sports. She loves to compete. She loves to run and be involved. And yet she can't do it because she's so afraid somebody's going to brush up against it or something's going to hit it. So she builds another contraption that will allow her to go out and run and be active, right? All without removing this. And what I want you to get out of that, what I want you to understand, what is that thorn that we are not pulling out, and that we are building our life around this trauma, around this circumstance, around this belief? Most of us don't even know it's there, but we know when it hurts. We know when it challenges us. We know when that pain is so excruciating. And so guess what we do? We avoid it. So what is it in your life right now that you are avoiding because you're afraid of the pain, because you're afraid it might get hurt, afraid I might fail? Or is it even the other side? I'm afraid I might succeed. There's such power. There's such power in removing it, addressing it, address the pain, address the problem, address what it is. Because the moment that you do, you can start to heal. You can start to take that, but you can start to remove those thorns and you can heal them so that you don't have to build your life around avoiding that pain. And what things are in our lives right this second that I'm avoiding because of somebody said something, somebody told me something, I'm not good enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not tall enough, you're not the smart one, right? Where is that trauma that's happening and giving us less of the ability to really soar? Can you imagine? So can you see the difference between the two, right? She was adapting her life around a belief, a circumstance, a pain, a trauma, as opposed to somebody, think about the other way that I explained to you the first, right? Is, am I building this goal? Am I putting this goal? And am I driving myself to be the person? Am I becoming the person so that I can achieve that. Whether it be a goal, it could be anything in your life, right? But we can't keep building around current beliefs and circumstances, because who you were yesterday is not good enough today. Who you were the day before that is not good enough. I have to constantly be learning. I have to constantly be growing. I have to constantly be in alignment with what that goal is so that I can become the person who can achieve it. So I want each and every one of you to stop, to address those traumas, address those thorns, and start building goals and start building the person who can achieve those goals. Start being the best version of you, right? So the question I want you to ask, right, to yourself today is, what negative words, negative beliefs, what negative circumstances am I letting shape me? You can see it on the screen. I'm going to say it again for those of you who are just listening. What negative words, what negative beliefs, what negative circumstances am I letting shape me? Because the moment I can identify them, then I can fix them. Then I can heal them so that I can go and build the life and build the best version of me, build my optimal self. But until I address it, until I look at it, until I understand what's really happening, then I struggle, right? Or I go for the lesser goal, or I don't go for what I really, truly want in life because I'm afraid of what the outcome might be, right? So now it's time to build and create the narrative that will lead you to the life and the goals that you want. There is no more playing. You understand what it takes. The best version of you is already in there. We have to let them out. We have to seek them. We have to stop holding them back because of past traumas, because of something that somebody else said about us, that somebody else did to us. It's time to remove those thorns, and it's time for you to be the best version of you. So here you go. Build and create the narrative that will lead you to the life and the goals that you want. It's yours, and you deserve it. There it is. That's what I got for you today. The difference is, again, I'll say it to you as I said in the beginning. Are you adapting to match your goals? Are you becoming the person who can achieve that? Or are you simply going for lesser goals and adapting to the circumstances or the beliefs that I have in this moment? And I'm going to say it to you again. The person you were yesterday is not good enough for today. Keep growing, keep striving. That's what this is for. That's why we're all here, to get better, to challenge each other, to give each other a smile when we need it, to give each other a pull up when we're down, and literally get each and every one of us on the journey to being the best version of ourselves. All right. That's what I got. As always, please jump over to YouTube channel. Give us a subscribe, comment below, pick one. It doesn't matter which one. The more you do it, the more they're going to push it out. The more YouTube likes us, the more they're going to let other people see it, right? The more you can share, the better. So please jump on over anywhere you listen to podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, whatever it is. Please jump on over and check it out. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow.